Yo, yo. Yes, alright. This is. I got inspired. No. I don't. I haven't had. Hmm. Fuck. Fuck. The past two. For the past. Fuck. Fuck it. I'm not doing too well, and I haven't been doing good for a while now. 2 months ago, maybe a couple of days, more than 2 months, I I tried I tried to kill myself actually, and that resulted in a pretty fucked up 2 months afterwards, with a lot of things happening, a lot of traumatic stuff in some sense that kind of fucked me up. pushed I kind of got pushed into whatever, into the abyss. And this time I lost a lot of confidence into what I was doing. I didn't have this baseline thing of my work is good anymore. I forgot how to hold a pencil, how to type. I couldn't do like these basic things. I forgot how to do. And the second I figured out how to do them, I wasn't able to write or paint anymore. I kind of lost purpose. Yeah, I kind of lost my purpose for doing what I do. So everything I did do felt very empty and meaningless. It was a hard period, a difficult time. 2 months shut away from everyone, only eating the bare minimum of food, only drinking water, sleeping a lot, like 10 to 12 hours a day, because I didn't want to be awake. I didn't want that. Being awake felt like it would hurt, and I was done hurting. I didn't want to do that anymore. So I slept 12 hours. I went to bed at 10, woke up at 10, and just fought myself do the rest of the day trying to fucking figure shit out. I painted a lot, like 2 paintings a day. I painted 2 paintings a day and wrote like a poem or part of a story a day. Like I was getting busy. Like I wanted to know what's happening in my mind, and to figure that out, I needed to like create stuff, even if I still kind of thought there was no meaning in it. I needed to let everything out that was in my head. Yeah. I painted. I don't think I ever painted that much in such a short period. And I painted some good stuff. I figured some stuff out. I figured stuff out about me. I figured out why I do what I do. What makes me keep going. I figured that kind of stuff out. The writing was interesting, because writing is harder to me. Writing is harder to me than to paint. I can just paint. But the writing is sometimes a little bit of a fight. Maybe it's just because I'm not that used to it still. But I wrote honestly. I wrote honestly. I didn't tell a single lie. Everything was honest. Everything was honest. Even if I didn't like it, it had to be honest. It had to be an exact. It had to show exactly how I felt without compromises. Yeah. This whole thing might sound a little bit disjointed at some points, because I'm not sure yet what it's going to be in the end. I'm not sure like what the final project is supposed to be. Yeah. But first of all, I want to acknowledge that I'm, all things considered, like pretty lucky. There's a lot of there's like a lot of like negative stuff that I'm probably going to say or that I have said. But I do realize that I'm like really fucking lucky. That I'm in a situation that is really lucky. I realize that. I'm well aware of that. I'm able to just do what I want to do. I live on my own terms. I just write and paint and film stuff all day long, the way I want to. And sometimes I even get paid for that. It's very crazy and it's very lucky, and it doesn't happen a lot, but when it happens, it's a great thing. And all that is to say that, you see, that's the fucked up part about it. That I do what I want to do. I live on my own terms. I'm extremely lucky to be able to do that. And I'm still, man, I'm not happy, not at all. And it's not that I'm not happy because there's something more that I want. No, I got what I want. I got exactly what I want, but I just can't seem to find happiness in it. What makes me again question what happiness is. That maybe there's something more to it. Maybe there's I don't know. And yeah, for sure part of that not being happy is me standing in my own way, me not allowing myself to be happy. For sure. I always feel like there's a thing in me that tells me you're not allowed to be happy. Not yet. But you're allowed to be happy, but not yet. You just have to like do this great new painting, and when you do this like greatest painting of all time, then you're like allowed to be happy. When you write the greatest story of all time, then that's the point where you can be happy. But until then, it's like fuck you, dude. Be miserable. Be miserable and suffer. You're an artist, aren't you? Then fucking suffer like the rest of them. There's no reason I should be happy. Yeah, man. That's a tricky thing, man. A tricky thing. And there's another thing in my head that's like, what if you're happy and you stop being good at art? Or what if you're happy and you lose your edge and your work isn't as good anymore? That's tricky, dude. I don't think it is true, but I don't know, man. I don't know. I hope it isn't. It seems like a very evil thing. It seems like the most devilish thing there is. That you can only do the thing you love the most while you're being miserable. Seems, yes, that seems evil. I can't imagine that that's how it is. That's really how it is. But it's scary. It's scary to get better. Even if you like really try. Like I try a lot, man. I try every day to like be better, to get better. I'm on 3 different antidepressants, and I still want to kill myself every day. I go to therapy, I meditate, I do all these things, and I'm still like, and I still have these thoughts that I'm like, man, how much more can I do? What more can I do? Because I tried a lot. I try a lot. And then at some point it's maybe that just is me. Maybe I'm just born to be a person that constantly yearns for death. Maybe that's just what it is. Maybe that's just how it is. But that also seems so evil. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. So what do? I make art. More and more of it. And things get better. Things get better. I don't want to. I almost don't want to. I almost don't want to say it, but it's my art is like getting better. It's getting better. Yeah. It's fucked up that that's a hard thing to say. that's really messed up that that's a hard thing to say. But my art is getting better. And I'm really trying. I'm trying my best to do all these things and to figure more out about myself and the world. That's why I paint. Because there's an honest moment when you first show someone a painting you did. There's just, even if it's just a split second, it's an honest moment between you and the person looking at your painting. And it's maybe the only time that I don't feel completely alone. Because for that split second, we both share this one thought that materialized itself as a painting, and we're both on the same side. Afterwards, after that second, it's back to everyday life and to this fucking loneliness. Not a loneliness. Not a loneliness in the sense that I want to have. Not necessarily a loneliness that I want to have someone around me all the time. It's not that. It's almost a spiritual loneliness. Like my heart, my soul feels like lonely. It sounds dumb and cliche to go like go and say that I feel misunderstood, but I do feel a certain disconnect to like everyone else. Yeah. I almost feel like I don't have a home on this earth or anywhere, to be honest. I feel like I just travel from place to place searching for a split second of feeling less bad. Yeah. I think that's what my art is about.